Welcome back to the second half of our Jewish Shield Match of the Round live feed between Melbourne University and Endavour Hills as Captain Greg Samisi gets us underway. Kicks long to the right and scores a 15-10 here at halftime as Austin Farmasili gets tackled and turnover already. No, knock on there by Shawnee Ingle, so Endavour Hills we've got a slight advantage here.
Got ice, yeah.
I was doing a lot over there, isn't it?
Didn't put it up.
Ladies' Day out here at Uni's home ground. And very, very blustery conditions here indeed. The winds played havoc with all the kickers on the field today. None from 5, all kicks at goal. I'm your host, Jared McClanahan, filling in for Beefy this week. Beefy is away on holiday, enjoying the sun up in Queensland. And I'm sure a few players out here on the sideline wish they were there at the moment. Looking over at both benches and we've got jumpers, jackets, blankets, dressing gowns on. I see a halfback with a pair of gloves. A few beanies. Very cold conditions indeed. Midfield scrum. Paila will have the feed. 4-2 split. He finds Austin Farmasili off the back. Paila with the cutout to Kokavalu. Fayamanu. Big Taivai charging up. And he's fumbled it on halfway, so a turnover opportunity here for the students to counter-attack. Josevic goes out the back, Tuavai, Freddie Keel. He gets tackled 5 metres in from touch. McRae, loose pass there, finds Sean Ingle, and Sean Ingle goes charging up. McRae, Stowers. Leota with a beautiful offload there, finding Toy in midfield. They go to the right through Stowers. Out the back to Greg Samisi, who fumbles it. And it's probably not the best day to be throwing the wide balls in this wind, but there'll be some respite here for Endavour Hills, who have shown a lot of resolve here. We spoke before the game about how they had 3 players drop out of their starting 15 just this morning. So coach was losing his hair trying to find reserves, and then second grade had a few injuries as well from Hills, so it's a bit of a patchwork team they've got out there at the moment. So apologies if we get any of the names wrong, because the 15 out there are not the 15 which were originally handed to us on the team sheet. But that's the beauty of club rugby, I suppose. Anything could happen. Endavour Hills, Paila feeds the scrum. Good shove here from Uni. Austin Farmasili is forced to go out the back. Fayamu goes the switch line, and a beautiful running line there from Pua. And he crashes it up to within 40 of the students' line. Playing advantage. And the referee will blow it up for a slight knock on there by Uni. So another scrum opportunity in a very good attacking position for the Hills. 15-10, the score remains in favour of the students. And the Hills looking for their first win of the season. And I dare say they haven't been in a better position than the one they find themselves in now. And as I say that, a little bit of rain starts to come trickling down as the umbrellas go up on the near side of the field here. Endavour Hills scrum has done a very good job here today, as you would expect with Saliva anchoring them there, the former Melbourne Rebel. And Paila will feed it 40 metres out. All of the backs on the right hand side of the scrum. Farmasili dishes it up to Fayamanu and crashing it up in midfield. Austin Farmasili with the quick pick and go. Fighting Feet gets it inside the 22. Brutal clean out there by Saliva. And Samisi comes straight back at him, and I fancy he's left his feet there, so there'll be a penalty. Little choice there for the referee, but to penalise Captain Samisi for leaving his feet. And suddenly, Hills find themselves with a penalty 20 metres out, down by 5. And a tough question, do they take the 3? Do they go to touch? Or do they play the scrum? And normally you'd say it's a certain 3 points, but in this these windy conditions, they might be tempted to go to the set piece. And that's exactly what it looks like they're doing. Captain Tarsi opting for the scrum, in great field position here. They've shifted all of their backs to the left-hand side of the scrum as well. So Feimanu, the fly half, in the red headgear, who's actually wearing jersey 15 today. Now we've got Tarvai down at inside centre, but I'm not 100% certain that's him. He's wearing jersey 17. Feimanu finds Tarvai. The short ball to his centre partner. There's a knock on there and a chance to counter-attack through McRae, but the referee's whistle will put an end to that. And a promising field position is wasted by the backs of Endavour Hills, and the forward pack won't be too happy with that. 15-10 the score remains. Now last time they were in their 22 coming out, Melbourne Uni, they opted to run it instead of kick it, and we all know how that ended with a 70-metre line break right on the full-time bell. Just the last pass to Nonna came unstuck. And as I say that, they're shaping as though they might run it here as well. Shawnee Morris, arguably the quickest man in Jewish Shield rugby, the right wing with the ponytail, is lurking on the right-hand side of the scrum. You just fancy he might be licking his lips at an opportunity to dart down the short side, possibly off the back of this scrum here. McRae tries to get the ball. They go open to Stowers. Stowers takes it to the line, switches with Keel. Keel is wrapped up in the tackle, and over the top come Hills. Malolo looking for the steal. Shawnee Morris, inside ball, gets hit hard and gets hit high. McRae looks for reinforcements, fine. Sean Ingle, short ball to Liotta. He gets hit, and they're not making much meters here as they try to escape their own 22. Alex Odell running down the left flank. McRae looks for the short side, and great hit there from Wilkinson, or Tarsi rather, and the skipper shows his men how it's done. A lot of head taps, bum taps going on there. That's the type of inspiration you're looking for your skipper, or from your skipper. And another opportunity for Endavour Hills to make the most of this scrum that they've got, which has been the real weapon for them today. Paella glances at his fly half, Feimanu Vaumu, perhaps threatening him with a cold shower if he tries to go wide again and turns over the ball like last scrum. They've looked very dangerous when they've kept it in tight here today. Paella, Feimanu passes, they go on a loop, throws a long, beautiful cutout. And beautiful fancy footwork here shown by Hasila, who takes it up to the 22-metre line. Quick pick and go there by Saba Malolo, and the Melbourne Rebel has done the old sneaky pick and go to cross the line and draw level with Uni. 15 all. Very smart work there by Saba Malolo, the man who spent 10 minutes in the bin earlier in this match for an overzealous tackle, and I think his teammates might have forgiven him now after that effort. Base of the ruck, the pillar and post defender from Melbourne Uni weren't switched on, And he's done the old sneak and go. Picked up the ball when everyone thought he was just locking off the breakdown, and quite quick indeed he is. Over 20 metres. None of the Melbourne backfield could catch him. So that brings the scores to 15 all. And fullback, or fly half, he is wearing 15, but playing at 10. Feimanu Valmu kicks the conversion, first conversion of the game in fact, and Endavour Hills lead 17-15. Could this be the game where they break the drought, get their first win of the season? Now, it looks like Samisi might have given up the restart duties as Mitchener heads to the middle of the field. Having a bit of trouble finding a football here. The usual ball boys are hiding in the clubhouse because of the cold.
Hey, get off the field.
Mitchener holds it up in the wind beautifully. Try scorer Summer Malolo takes the kick, brushes off Alex Odell. Oh dear me. Beautiful kick there from Paila. That box kick of his has worked a treat. Mitchener attempts to counter-attack. Advances it up to halfway. McRae. Ingle. Shows and goes. Takes it up over the halfway line. McRae's got options left and right. Slow ball though. Opts to go back down the right. Back to the left this time through Leota. And Leota's tackled about 40 metres out. Offload there, which looks suspiciously forward, finds Dewar, but it's stolen off him in the tackle contest by Summer Malolo. And he's been called for a knock-on. Sean Ingle with his 10th carry of the game, trucks it up. McRae, Stour. Stowers looks inside to Will Clift, opts to go himself. McRae finds Shawnee Morris, the wing, the right wing, coming off his side of the field to go in at first receiver. McRae looks right. Stowers. Offload out the back finds Greg Samisi as they work their way into the 22. Here's Freddie Keel. Gets the offload away. Beautiful Mikey Tomahawk Tavita on the field, ladies and gentlemen. He gets within 2 metres. They go right. They've got the numbers here. Stowers looks in, out. Samisi gets it away. And Melbourne have struck right back. Who's that?
Who was that, Mikey or Cal?
Callum Toy is getting the pats on the back from his teammates. And that is a swift hit back from the students after Endavour Hills took the lead 2 minutes ago. So, swift retaliation there. But it was the incisive run from the replacement Mickey Tavita which created the momentum there, and Callum Toy was the beneficiary 1 phase later, crashing over. So scores at 20-17 in favour of the students. Kick unsuccessful. So a very slender lead to the students here at Parkville on Ladies' Day. The 4 try scorers for Uni today: Dewar and Toy in the forward pack, Morris and Mitchener in the back line. For Endavour Hills, all 3 try scorers from the forwards, or Austin Farmasili, number 8, has bagged a double, and Summer Malolo with that 3rd try, which allowed them to briefly hold the lead. Kick off long to Mickey Tavita, the new man, charging onto it. McRae has a dart out the short side and throws a loose pass, but there's a penalty for not rolling away at the breakdown. And I fancy it might have been Taivai who's been penalised there. Mitchell with the left boot. Beautiful kick, making the most of that breeze, which is pushing the ball away from the camera as you're watching it at home. And Melbourne Uni will have a line out about 25 metres out. Now it'll be a short line out. They've got a couple of their big forwards standing in the midfield here. They go long. McRae, Sean Ingle. Ooh. Looked to pass to DeVita, but wisely decided to hold it. Stowers, Keel, beats a man racing out of the line. Steal at the breakdown, I fancy, from Summer Malolo, but he's been penalised for leaving his feet. My apologies, it was actually Afe Pua who was penalised, not Summer. And Mitchell opts to kick it into touch. And the students will have a line out 10 metres out with an opportunity to extend their lead. 20 points to 17 they lead at the moment. In what's been thoroughly entertaining and a very close game. I don't think many people would have tipped it to be this close based on where both respective teams were on the ladder. As Will Clift takes the ball from the line out and they set up the maul. Looks like Josovic at the back, the hooker, has got it. And they've managed to break it away, and diving over is Saliva. And the hooker Josovic has been penalised for not releasing there. So prime opportunity there wasted by the students. Saliva with a very important breakdown penalty generated there. Captain Samisi having a few words to the referee here. Obviously not happy with that call. Not sure it's going to change his mind though. And Feimanu Valmu in that very distinctive red headgear. Well, it looked like it was going to clear touch by about 5 or 6 metres, and the wind almost blew it back into the field of play there. Change here for the students. James Carmichael is on for Nonna on the left wing as the throw goes a little bit too far. Saliva with the pickup at the back of the line out. Paila comes around the corner to Taivai, crashing it up. And the referee has penalised Endavour Hills right in front of the sticks for an incorrect clean out, not staying square. Interesting decision here, Captain Samisi, whether he'll take the 3. 22 metres out, dead in front. Well, perhaps a little bit more, 24, 25. And he's gone for the scrum instead of taking the 3 on offer. Probably not the worst decision. We're 1 from about 6 today with kicks at goal, and you wouldn't even back yourself from 10 metres out in front as it stands with this wind. So scrum opportunity, beautiful opportunity for the backs here if they can get their hands on the ball for Melbourne Uni. They've got a 4-2 split. The 2 quickest guys in the team, Keel and Morris, are on the right. Although I said that, and last time they came to the left through Stowers. So your guess is as good as mine, ladies and gentlemen. McRae feeds it. He goes right. Takes it to the line. Loose pass there, but they've come away with it, and a beautiful steal, I fancy, from Endavour Hills. So not paying enough respect to the breakdown there with the outside backs for the students. They slow it down. Paila throws it to Feimanu in the backfield, and the red-headed fullback Ducks, dives, dances his way to the 22. And Paila doesn't look like he's shaping to kick. A slight fumble there. And, yeah, well, rather than the safety first approach of kicking it, they tried to run it out of their 22, and it's come back to bite them in the bum here in Endavour Hills. 20 points to 17. The score is in favour of Melbourne Uni in our Jewish Shield live feed match of the round. The students coming off a win against Footscray last week, looking to make it 2 on the trot. Endavour Hills, well, they're looking for their first win of the season. And at this point, in any match they've played this year, they haven't been in a better position to claim victory. Down by 3 points. As we come to the final quarter of the game, Stowers, short ball to Samisi. Captain Samisi breaks into the backfield, shows and goes. Will he do it all himself? He's brought a metre down from the line. A few slow Hills players trying to get onside. Surely they're offside there. The referee's got his arm extended. He might be tempted to go to the pocket here. That was very cynical. They had all the momentum there and very slow to get back on side were the tight 5 of Endavour Hills. They go for the quick tap and go. McRae looks left, finds Stowers, short ball to Clift. Clift, he can see the crossbar, that's how close he is. Dewar with the unconventional clean out. Stowers show and go. Stowers steps in. Quick ball here for McRae. He goes left. Mitchener finds Keel. Freddie Keel tackled about 2 metres out. McRae looking for a forward runner. Very cynical play there. And I fancy the Endavour Hills number 16 legger might find himself in the bin. Deliberate knockdown, and he's been shown the cheese by the referee. So back to 15 on 14. And last time Endavour Hills were down a man, they conceded a try 30 seconds after the man left the field. And Uni are in a perfect position to repeat that. McRae chatting to Toy, the big number 5. Perhaps they've got a little set place here. Mickey Tavita jumping the gun there. McRae shows and goes down the short side, and Alex Odell. Well, the referee's consulting with the touch judge. Trick play there, as both packs come together for a little bit of argy-bargy. Just waiting for confirmation that it's been awarded. It looked good from down here though. Yep, they've awarded the try. So the students through Alex Odell have jumped out to 25 points, whilst Endavour Hills remain on 17. And a very cheeky little tap play from the halfback McRae going down the short side, finding the big number 6. And I believe that's his first try off his entire life, Alex Odell. One of the students' reserves is telling me here. I don't know if that's true, but either way, he's off the nudie run at the end of the season, that's for sure. A try's been awarded. We've got the new man out there, James Carmichael, who's going to assume the kicking duties in favour of Mitchener, the fullback. Carmichael has nailed it. There you go. It can be done. Well, he'll be pressing his claims for a start in first grade next week. Kicks it from the sideline in atrocious conditions. And that takes the score to 27-17. Feimanu Valmu with the kickoff goes very high and short. And they've retained possession here through Taivai. Paila, Feimanu, and they're going to go back for the previous knock-on by Melbourne Uni. As a substitute comes on for Uni here, it's number 20. Second row comes on, and it looks like Toy comes off. Who's your 20? Who's your 20 guy went on?
Billy.
Huh?
What's Billy's last name?
Who's the guy who went on? Sullivan. William Sullivan, it looks like. So William Sullivan, the boy from Ballarat, has come onto the field for Toy. It looks like Sully's gone to the side of the scrum, so I fancy there might be a few more changes, reshuffling of the deck in that forward pack. Endavour Hills now charging onto it with the ball 22 metres out from the Uni's try line. Beautiful ball from Tarsi. Tarsi finds Saliva on the short line. Done a very good job of slowing it down here though of Uni. And they've got to be careful here that they don't turn it over in Endavour Hills. Paili marshalling his troops left and right. He goes left to Austin Farmasili, throws out the back to Feyamu. And there's been a turnover, a knock-on. Well, the referee's going to call it a penalty instead. And ill discipline from the students in their quarter has cost them 2 or 3 tries today. So an opportunity here to perhaps turn to their scrum. 27-17 the students lead. They've kicked it to the corner instead. A full 8-man line out here. Summer Malolo goes straight to the back to Wilkinson, and they've collapsed it almost straight away. Tarsi off the back with the quick pick and go. They're just going to tuck this up the jumper here. Another pick and go here, looks like by Saliva. Saliva gets him to within 1 metre of the line. They can see the chalk. Summer Malolo with a pick and go to the left, and I think it's been awarded. And Summer Malolo gets his second try of the game and brings Endavour Hills right back into this contest. Well, the set piece has really been a strength of theirs today. It's the second try off the back of a rolling maul for Endavour Hills. They might not have the speed of Melbourne Uni or the passing game of Melbourne Uni, but Taivai, Saliva, Tarsi up front, even Wilkinson, who's come in late to start today in place of Avali, has done a fantastic job in that forward pack. And the rolling maul once again has proven to be the Achilles heel of the students. So, with not much longer to go, 27-22, kick to come. The students clinging to the lead here on Ladies' Day. Feimanu Vamu with an opportunity to get them within 3. Holds up in the win, unsuccessful. So by my count, 27-22 the students are leading by. Do you know how much longer we've got?
About 12 minutes.
With about 12 minutes to play. So, can Hills rise for their first win of the season? Alex Odell offside from the kickoff. I don't think the assistant referees picked him up on it though. Summer Malolo, the try scorer, takes the kick and goes for a run. Paella throws it out the back. They opt to kick long rather than play it out of their half. Mitchener finds Shawnee Morris, the speedster. And Shawnee Morris breaks 1, 2 tackles. Hit hard by Farmasili. McRae's got numbers on the short side. McRae, if he can find his man, and there's Mickey Tavita. McRae looks left. Stowers cut out to big Will Clift. Will Clift tucks it under that right wing of his. Advances the ball to the 22. McRae goes left. Stowers, the show and go. McRae, quick ball. They go back to the right. Sean Ingle trucks it up inside the 22. There's a man down in back play for Endavour Hills, so they've got 2 men out of the defensive line. Still 1 man in the bin as well. Oh, here goes Leota. And Leota. Wow. Didn't he just stroll through that Red Sea? The big man is licking his lips. It's been a case today of whenever Endavour Hills have scored, Melbourne Uni have been able to respond almost immediately. And on this occasion, Leota the prop went straight through Endavour Hills, the defensive line parting like the Red Sea. Kick from in front from the new man Carmichael. He nailed one from the sideline, so you'd fully expect him to kick this one. He goes in, no problems adding the extras. 34 points to 22. The students on Ladies' Day lead Endavour Hills. Well, there's quite a big crowd in the clubhouse. They're all got their noses pressed to the window looking out onto the fields. Not enough brave people to come outside in these very cold conditions. Nine minutes left to play in the game. Oh, Mickey Tavita, the new man, with an error. And yet again, Melbourne Uni unable to exit from a restart, inviting Endavour Hills back into the game. 34-22. We said it pre-game, I don't think many people would have tipped Endavour Hills to be in the contest this far into the game. Winless all year. 3 changes made to the starting lineup just today. A few other players from second grade who have been forced to play 2 full games, so they've done it tough here today. Endavour Hills been showing a lot of fight, a lot of character, and they can hold their heads very high regardless of what the result is. Paella goes out the back, long ball from Feimanu, which hits the turf, and the Endavour Hills backs are herded back into their own half of the field. Napo trucks it up to halfway. Paella opts to go to the left, finds Saliva, who looks for that magical flick pass out the back. And it's all getting a little bit loose now here for Endavour Hills, as a knock-on is called on the far touchline by Taivai, the prop.
Is that like the next stoppage?
If you don't count this one, it's the next one.
The next one. Oh, yeah.
And now that they've got that 12-point buffer, Uni, the reserves are all standing up, keen to get out on the field, be a part of a victory here, you sense, with the minutes ticking down before full time. Big Silbury, the second rower, has got the dressing gown off, so he looks like he might be the next man to come on for Uni, possibly in the second row for Will Clift. McRae finds his fly half. Stowers with the cut ball, beautiful line by Keel, but Tom Brady has thrown a forward pass there, and it looked a bit too good to be true, didn't it? Ref calls it up, and the reserves are on their feet. Sefo and Silbury will be coming on for the students. Silbury coming on for Alex Odell, who scored that earlier try, and the fullback Mitchener, who's had a pretty decent game, very good kicking game in general play, it has to be said, makes way for Sefo, who will go straight to fullback. Alex, can we just confirm that was your first try in your life? Yep. Alex Odell confirms, first try ever today. Cops a bit of a ribbing from the Melbourne Uni bench. Scrum here, midfield. Paella feeds. He goes right. Crashing it up in midfield here. Not long now to go in the game. Austin Farmasili finds the ball, goes the long cut out to the left to Taivai. And Taivai is forced into the error. And we're starting to see a few more errors creep into the game as a few of these players get a little bit tired. Let's keep in mind that a lot of these Endavour Hills players are actually playing their second full game of the day here today. Decimated through injury this week, a few illnesses as well. I know there's a bit of a flu going through that forward pack, and the coach told us before the game that there were 3 players who could have easily taken today off as well, but owing to the situation they found themselves in, they've played through the pain and done a marvellous job as well. 34-22 they find themselves down when many people were tipping that this could have been a bit of a blowout game for the Hills men. McRae feeds the scrum. Dirty ball at the back for Stowers. Second man play to Shawnee Morris. Keel finds the new man Sefo, who puts it away to Carmichael. Carmichael with the show and go, and it trickles over the line right in front of the commentary team. And the Melbourne Uni pack is in no rush to get to this line out, as they hope to see the clock wind down. They go quick. Endavour Hills, Summer Malolo down the short side. Catching even the referee off guard there. Got to tip your hat to them though. Still showing a little bit of enterprise despite being down on the scoreboard.
Gorillas, straight throw.
So they've called a short line out with just the 4 forwards in it. Summer Malolo goes to Captain Tarsi, but it's an overthrow. And Sean Ingle from Uni picks it up at the back of the line out. Stowers looks in, finds Clift. Clift hit hard by Saliva. They go right. Stowers, long flat pass to Keel.
Nice, Billy.
Keel gets tackled right by that right-hand sideline, and there's a bit of a fight going on in back play, which is distracting the referee, who's not sure whether to keep an eye on the game or the fight. And I think they're just trying to retain body warmth. That's why they're coming together. Just a few hugs. Nothing too serious. And it's ended just as quickly as it started. So the referee's going, he's pulled out Captain Tarsi just for a bit of a chat, just to calm things down a little bit. You go into his pocket here. He's called out Big Dewar from Melbourne Uni for a bit of a word. They've already had 2 men sent to the sin bin today, have Endavour Hills. And he's blown his whistle as he goes to the assistant referees for a consultation. And we just hope that this doesn't result in anyone else having to be sent off here. Until now the game's been played in pretty good spirits, it has to be said. I didn't quite catch what went on there or what started all of that ruckus, but only a couple of minutes left to play anyway, so you'd like to think that both teams can finish with 15 here.
Billy was the first one to start. And then number two went crazy.
So the score is 34-22. Try scorers today for Melbourne Uni have been the prop Leota. In fact, both props have scored. Dewar and Leota, Toy, Odell, Morris and Mitchener. And for Endavour Hills, Summer Malolo's got a double, as has Austin Farmasili. Both kickers seem to have forgotten their kicking boots because there hasn't been too many conversions that have been successful. And it looks like Saliva
Oh my God!
is being sent off here for Endavour Hills.
Hey, language.
I know, it should have been a red. I know.
Enjoy the drive back, mate. Enjoy the drive.
Two players. Another one's been sent off. Is this tie-by?
Oh, mate, they're not here. It's all right. They're not here. Oh, come on, bro.
Well, we're still no clearer to finding out what started all of this.
Tell your husband to get off. Tell your husband to come here.
And Tarsi is having words with the referee, asking for a little bit of clarification.
Come here. You want to go? You want to go? He's all talk shit. Anyone? Now, don't relax.
As the benches start having a few words to each other.
Come here, bro.
Apologies if you can pick up any of that language.
Boys, what are you doing?
And the referees come to the sideline here to talk to the Endavour Hills coaching staff to explain, I think, what's behind these sin binnings. There's a bit of tension on the benches here. There can only be a couple of minutes left anyway in the game, and we wouldn't want this to ruin what's otherwise been a very entertaining game of footy. And as I say that, Greg Samisi from Uni's being called out by the referee now, so it's his turn to talk to the referee.
Not one yellow card for you.
And the assistant referee is back again for another chat. And full time's called in a very bizarre end to a game. But University have come away with the victory, 34 points to 22 to rack up 2 wins on the trot, and Endavour Hills came very close to recording their first win of the season. Try scorers Leota, Dewar, Toy, Odell, Morris and Mitchener for Melbourne Uni, and for Endavour Hills 2 tries each to Summer Malolo and Austin Farmasili. And that's full time here on Ladies' Day out at Uni. Melbourne Uni coming away with the victory, 34 points to 22 in our Jewish Shield match of the round. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and we hope to see you, or at least have you guys tune in next week on the Rugby Victoria Facebook page for the match of the round. Thank you and goodbye.
jumped in the head. So she leaped along the ground. And then like that was, and the ref like broke out.
Hurdle.
And so these punches got hard. Fuck that. No, I was up here.
Go Hills, come on, finish off.
Not for me.